She said, "Your six-figure income isn't enough for me." So, I told her calmly, "Then pack up everything and leave." Now, she's begging, but I no longer feel any love for her. I'm 34, and for the last year and a half, I've been with someone I truly believed could be the one. Things between us seemed fine, or at least I thought they were. We had small disagreements like any couple, but nothing that ever made me question the foundation of our relationship. I believed we understood each other. I believed she respected me, the life I had built, and the way I lived. That illusion shattered one evening that started like any other at home. We were sitting in the living room having a casual chat about weekend plans when the conversation suddenly escalated into a heated argument. It wasn't about anything big at first, but then, out of nowhere, she looked me dead in the eyes and said words that felt like a blow to my chest. "Your six-figure salary isn't enough for me. You can't handle my lifestyle." I sat there silent, stunned. 6 figures? That's no small amount. I had worked hard to get here. While I don't live like a flashy influencer, I have created a stable, comfortable, and secure life. My bills are paid. I have savings. I can afford trips, nice dinners, and a decent home. Maybe I don't splurge on designer bags or luxury cars every month, but I never imagined that would be a deal breaker for the person I was with. Hearing her say that, it wasn't just the words, it was the tone. Felt like everything I had worked for meant nothing. I couldn't help but ask the only question that made sense in that moment. "Then why are you with me? Just leave." My voice was calm, not angry. Too calm, maybe. I think that only set her off more. Instead of explaining, instead of trying to reason, she got defensive. Her eyes narrowed as she shot back. "You're disrespecting me. That's what you're doing. Disrespect." I wanted to argue, but I stayed silent. I sat there quiet, trying to process everything she had just thrown at me. The silence between us grew heavy. She kept staring at me, clearly hoping I would backpedal, apologize, or reassure her that she was worth more than my pride. But I didn't say a word. She hated that silence. I saw it on her face. The way her expression shifted from anger to frustration to something close to desperation. My refusal to react angrily seemed worse to her than me yelling back. Then she stood up abruptly, muttering under her breath about how I didn't appreciate her, how I was cold and emotionless. She began pacing around the room as if building up to something, and I had no idea where she was heading. In that moment, I realized this wasn't about money or lifestyle alone. This was deeper, about values, respect, maybe even entitlement. Sitting in that quiet living room, I felt the ground beneath us was shakier than I ever let myself believe. The silence between us stretched on. I thought maybe she'd calm down, but instead, her frustration grew. She pacing, shaking her head, muttering words I couldn't catch. Then suddenly, she snapped, "You know what? I'm done. I'm leaving." I didn't move. I sat watching her stomp toward the bedroom. Drawers opened and closed. Hangers clattered. Shoes tossed into a bag. When she returned, she carried only a small duffel, not a large suitcase. That told me everything. She wasn't really leaving, not permanently. She wanted to teach me a lesson, to scare me into chasing her. She stood by the door, duffel over her shoulder, glaring at me expectantly. "I'm serious," she said. "If you don't stop me right now, I'll never come back." I saw the calculation behind her words. She wanted me to react, to plead, to run after her. I sat calmly, meeting her gaze. My chest felt heavy, not from wanting her to stay, but from realizing how fragile this relationship was. If this was her idea of love, ultimatums, and power games, what did that say about everything we had built? I took a deep breath, leaned back, and said calmly, "Okay." That single word hit harder than anything else I could have said. Her face shifted with confusion. She didn't expect that. "Okay," she repeated, incredulous. I nodded. "If you're leaving, then leave. Don't do it halfway. Take all your things and go for good." Her jaw dropped, then tightened. "You're unbelievable," she spat. "You won't fight for me. You won't even try." I shrugged. "What's the point? You told me I could never handle your lifestyle. If that's how you feel, staying together doesn't make sense. Her anger flashed again, but beneath it, I saw fear. She didn't expect me to call her bluff. She thought she controlled the situation. The more she pushed, the calmer I became. She shifted from foot to foot, gripping her bag. Men are all the same, she muttered, opening the door. And just like that, she left. I didn't follow. I didn't call. I sat quietly listening to the click of the door. For the first time, I felt peace. Not because I wanted her gone, but because I knew that begging her to stay would have been the biggest mistake. When the door shut behind her, I half expected her to return within the hour. Maybe a dramatic text later, but the apartment stayed silent. Her clothes hung in the closet. Makeup lined the counter. Her favorite blanket draped over the armchair. Felt less like she moved out and more like she stepped out to prove a point. I didn't touch anything. I let it sit, an echo of a relationship that cracked wide open. That night, I slept better than I thought I would. The quiet was strange but welcome. By the second day, I noticed how much less stress I felt without her around. I wasn't walking on eggshells. I wasn't bracing for another jab or comparison. Then the silence broke. Her name lit up my phone. Calls I ignored, then messages poured in. Hey, can we talk? I didn't mean what I said. Your money isn't enough. I'll never say that again. Promises to change, apologies, even a picture of her dinner alone. Does this look like a happy woman to you? Calls followed the same pattern. Calm, then impatient, then angry, then tearful. I ignored them, not to punish, but because inside me, something had shifted. The respect I had was gone. Her words burned in my memory. Late that night, she left a voicemail, voice cracking. I messed up. I was testing you. I wanted to see how much you cared. Please let me come home. If she had said this before, maybe I would have believed it. Maybe I'd have tried to work through it. But now it didn't sound like love. It was desperation. Someone who realized they lost control. I sat quiet, staring at my phone. For the first time, I felt nothing. No hate, no sadness, no longing, just nothing. That was freedom. By day 3, the messages were frantic. She wrote about misunderstandings, things said in heat, starting fresh. First, I ignored them. Eventually, I picked up one call. She rushed out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I was angry and stupid. You know I care about you, right? You don't actually think your money isn't enough. Her words rushed out, desperate. I let her finish, then said calmly, it doesn't matter if you didn't mean it. You said it. And I don't love you anymore. Silence. Her next words were small. You don't mean that. I do. From the moment she walked out with that bag. Respect ended when she told me I wasn't enough. I'm not taking that back. And I'm not taking her back. Her tone flipped to anger. So that's it? After everything, you throw me away. I shook my head. No, you threw us away. I just accepted it. She hung up. No goodbye. No words. Just silence. Next day, a call from her mother. Why are you doing this to my daughter? Calmly, I explained. She told me my life wasn't enough. She packed a bag and walked out. Her mother snapped about forgiveness. I responded, respect matters. Trust matters. Both ended when your daughter said my life wasn't enough. She hung up. I knew I had to clear her stuff. I packed clothes, makeup, knickknacks, folded everything neatly, not out of love, but respect for myself. I sent a text. Your things are packed. Come pick them up. Hours later, she arrived, angry, disbelieving. She looked at the boxes, then at me. So this is how you treat someone you loved? She asked. I stayed calm. This is how I treat someone who said I wasn't enough. She muttered. You'll regret this. Took the boxes out. Stood in the doorway. Eyes glossy. Expression hard. You'll see. Men always come crawling back. I didn't answer. Closed the door. Weeks passed. No calls. I know her mom thinks I'm the villain. Maybe I am. But to me, this was about respect. About setting boundaries. about knowing when enough is enough. I don't care about apologies. Once someone shows you what they think of you, you can't unsee it. I'm 34, and I won't waste more years on someone who measures love against money and ultimatums. Here I am, single again, but at peace. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content.